Hey everybody, it's Amy, and pause the TV for a second. Don't I look just horrible this morning? Oh well. It ain't getting any better today. Woo. My bangs are kind of low, kind of long here, and I haven't decided if I'm going to cut them again or if I'm going to let them grow, so I'm pinning them up until I decide to get them out of my face. I got me some chicken breast here. I had 3 ounces of chicken and 1 ounce of broccoli and cauliflower. The broccoli and cauliflower went down well. Half of the piece of chicken went down pretty good. But this other half, my dogs, there's one. There's one. My dogs think that the chicken is going to be theirs. So, worst part is they're probably right, because I'm not going to be able to finish it. It's funny because certain things I can eat a half a cup. Sometimes a little bit more. But when you get into this heavy protein, whew, belly says no more really quickly. Okay, so let's get to the numbers. Highest weight was 322.4. Josh, come here. Highest weight was 322.4. Surgery weight was 314.8. I had surgery on December 19th, 2014 with Dr. Bruce Shermer at UVA, University of Virginia in Charlottesville. And I think I said it was December 19th, right? 2014. So technically yesterday was 3 months. Today is week something. I don't know. But yesterday was 3 months. So I kind of combining my 3-month whatever week video this is. I was sick last week. Last week was our spring break from school. And the weekend before spring break, that Saturday, my son was sick. And so I ended up in the emergency room with him. And he had to get fluids. And I counted, he threw up 21 times in 6 hours. And that's before, that's not counting the stuff he threw up before. That's just when we decided to go to the emergency room. And at the emergency room, even after IV Zofran, IV Phenergan, morphine, and a whole bag, a whole liter of fluids. So he still threw up 4 times getting to the car. So of course I get sick that week. At least I didn't have the vomiting part of it. I just had the other. At least I could keep up to mine. I wouldn't have taken him to the emergency room had he been able to keep something down, because then he could drink and drink and drink the Gatorade or Powerade and keep up to it. But everything would hit his stomach, he would just start vomiting. So it was not, he was not winning that battle. I didn't have the vomiting, so at least when I would drink, it would stay down. It went right through, but it would at least stay down, so I was getting something from it. I figured out that when you have a sleeve and you can't take in a whole lot at once, it's really hard to keep up to being sick. It's really hard to keep up. I didn't have to go to the hospital and get fluids, so I'm grateful for that. But my mouth was dry, and I definitely was right there at the edge of, do I go, do I not? But I did okay. I kept up to it, and it's about a 24-hour thing for me, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was bad, but I survived, so, without having to go to the hospital. If I would have been sooner post-op, I wouldn't have been able to do it without going. So, anyway, let me get to the weight today. I weighed this morning, and I weighed yesterday morning, since it was my 3-month. I've cut back on the scale of weighing. So let me just tell you, I weighed the same yesterday as I did today, and it was 277.0. So that makes me a 45.4 pound loss from total, which I have discovered that I have a pattern to my weight loss, which a lot of people I have seen develop a pattern. Seems to be that I don't lose a lot or fluctuate a lot for a week or two, and then I'll lose for a week or two. And then my body's like, no, not anymore. We're going to fluctuate again. But when I fluctuate, I don't... before, when I would fluctuate, I would go back up to 290. And that was scary because I was like, no, I don't want to be back in 290s because 300 is like right around the corner and I don't want to do that. So I was scared that I was gaining. But then I thought, well, what the heck am I eating to gain? I'm not eating sweets. I'm not eating fast food. I do eat some bread once in a while, but that's on my surgeon's plan. I mean, that's one of his sample menus, is a half a slice of bread, literally a half a slice with breakfast, and a full slice at lunch with some meat on it. So, at most, usually I have 1.5 pieces of bread a day, and I don't do that every day. That's just, it's a good quick meal, or a good meal to take to clinical where I don't have to heat it up and take that time away. So, or take it to school where I don't really have access to a microwave as easy because, you know, everybody at lunchtime at once. I mean, there's 60 of us, so just if all of us went and used the microwave, you know, there'd be 60 of us. So I just take a sandwich, something I don't have to heat up. And even if I do take something, like I took salmon cakes one day, and I took a salmon cake and couldn't finish it, but I didn't heat it up. I didn't need to. I like them cold. So anyway, I'm 277, which puts me at 45.4 pounds lost. Some people that are right around my surgery date are right at 50. Now, when I was sick, I lost 5 pounds. I had gone down to... I gained back 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds, and now I'm at 277.4. I'd gone down to 275.4, which gave me exactly 47 pounds lost. But I've gained a little bit of it back, which I expected to. I'm just glad I didn't gain it all back. I'm surprised because it was all water weight. I mean, the diarrhea was awful, and it was just water. And so I knew when I started drinking again, I would start gaining it back because I wasn't supposed to have lost it like that. So I'm just tickled that I'm only 1.6 pounds up from my lowest. So I know it's going to start coming off again soon. And stalls freak me out. They still freak me out. I don't like them, but I know they're part of the process. And I also know that my body has a pattern. And not to freak out, because I could teeter around this weight for 3 weeks and go up to 280, but this is the lowest, the 277. And I've stopped weighing at night because I do weigh more at night. There for a while I wasn't, so I knew I wasn't getting in enough calories, because at night I would be my high weight. I mean, my morning weight would be my high weight, and my nighttime weight would be my low weight. So I knew as I was eating, I was losing, so I wasn't getting in enough calories. I am working on that, but calories aren't as important as my protein. So I really try to focus on my protein, and I find that if I get my protein in, my calories aren't necessarily as high as they should be. But when you eat 3 ounces of a piece of chicken, that it's not fried chicken, it's not, it was baked, it's not bad for you, it's not full of calories. Or you eat an ounce of broccoli and cauliflower, that's not bad for you. So it doesn't have a lot of calories in it. In order for me to get a lot of calories, I have to eat stuff that's not necessarily the best for me, and I'm not going to do that just to get in calories. So I try to go for my protein first, and I try to get in as much as I'm supposed to, which is very difficult because I think my sleeve, I'm going to have to go back and look and see if I can find out what size he used, but I really think my sleeve is little. A lot of people that have had surgery since I have can eat more than I can. So I think he made my sleeve little, and I'm happy with that, because as time goes and it dilates and not stretches, because look at it this way, when you ate before your surgery and you went and ate Thanksgiving dinner, you were full and not hungry anymore, but you could still eat. When I'm full, I either got to stop eating or I'm going to throw up. So your stomach doesn't stretch and allow more food, or you wouldn't ever throw up. But it does dilate and get bigger as the swelling goes down and it settles in. It will get a little bit bigger where you can hold more food, but it's not the stretchy that it used to be. Because when you're full, ask anybody that's had weight loss surgery, you can't eat but so much. You can't push yourself but so far, or you're going to start throwing up. And before surgery, you could push and push and push before you would ever get sick. It just, your stomach would stretch and just take it. It would be miserable, but you could do it. So, anyway, I guess I'm going to go. It's my 3-month. Maybe I'll look up when I upload this and see how many weeks it's been, but I don't know. I'll have to count. So, I know that I will get my 50 pounds. I didn't make it by my 3-month mark, but I think it's just around the corner. My next round of losing will give me my 50 pounds. So I'm not like disappointed that I didn't hit my second goal. My first goal was to get under 300, and I did that in a week. So not every goal is going to work out like that. It's not realistic. And because I do tend to drop a lot and then stop, maybe my skin seems to, and my stomach seems to be recovering a little bit so far. So, I mean, and because I can tell that the hang isn't as long as it used to be. So maybe that's my skin recovering. Otherwise, it would just be losing fat and the skin will still be there. So, I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really matter. Somebody asked me that the other day. Do I mind loose skin? Because my mom says she can already see some loose skin on my legs, because they seem to have lost the most weight so far, and which is fine with me because they were big. And she's like, my friend was asking me about it, and I told her, I said, well, I said, nobody wants loose skin. I mean, if you have a line forming for loose skin, there's not going to be anybody in it. There's not going to be anybody standing in line waiting for it. Please give me loose skin. But loose skin is going to look bad. Fat looks bad. Which one of the two of them is going to kill you? It's not the loose skin. Loose skin's not going to kill me. The fat will. So I would much rather have loose skin. And loose skin, if my insurance will help me pay for it, can be removed and tightened and fixed. And so, will I do that? Absolutely, if I can. But I'm not, if it's there, it's there. It's really not, I mean, how many people really see you naked anyway? And if the person that sees you naked can't handle it, well, then they're just not the right person for you. Because this is me, and this is going to be me, and I don't really care if anybody likes it or not. Because I'm the one that's going to look in the mirror every day, not them. They're not going to see me naked every day. And if they can't handle it when they do, then they're not the right person for me. So, my dog, she's getting her neck scratched. She loves it. She really loves her belly scratched, but they're not going anywhere because they see this chicken hadn't gone anywhere yet. See? It's sitting here. So, okay, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for your comments. And I hope to make another video next week and get back on track and making videos, because it was really depressing to make one and say I've gained or I'm up that week, but it's really just a fluctuation. I could be up the day I weigh, and then tomorrow I could be down again. So I'm going to try to come back next week and do another video, because it's really not a gain. It's just a fluctuation, and it's going to come back off. It's just my body, the way it's reacting. So, but I'm in my pattern. I'm in my, not technically a stall, because I lost, I mean, from yesterday to today I didn't, but before that I had lost some, so I'm not freaking out at all. I'm actually okay with it, because I know, now give me a week or two of a stall, or getting into week 3, and I start to get a little anxious, but right now, but I know it's going to come off again, so I just have to wait it out. Ha, no pun intended. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Before I start getting a cough. See you guys soon. Love you. Bye.